Alrighty everyone, welcome back to another Let's Play episode. Thank you for joining me. To start us off today, we're going to be doing a little bit of a tour of the tower behind us. Hope you liked the little cinematic preview you got of it. I think the tower looks awesome from the outside, and the inside's pretty detailed as well. It's more of a cozy little build here. There's not much on the inside overall, but man, the tower looks great. Oop, we don't want to go inside of there. The tower looks great overall, especially from the outside. You got a little balcony here, and you can just barely see there's a little telescope hanging outside of there. And then we got these cute little paths with some beautiful plants around and lanterns and stuff like that. So these builds here have been really a great addition to our world. I can't wait to show you that one and that one as well, but we're going to wait. We're going to wait just a little bit longer here until another episode. Kind of keep you on your toes there, but we are going to start with this tower here. So walking on in, we got this cozy little room. Not a whole lot for show here. We got some plants, bookcases, little banner, and little cute little lanterns. And I've been using a lot more of lamps like this. I think they add a lot of color and a nice detailing. So you're going to see those all over in our new builds and throughout the island here. Here we got just a bunch of decorations, so mob head, flowers, little bush thing, and more flowers, and then we got our first scoot. So I like in our builds, I like to include a lot of decorations and also some like museum pieces like this. But then I also like to add some redstone functionality, which is what this build is here for. So it's like a little slot machine, which I think is pretty cool. And then you can just put the glow berries back on in. They'll regrow as long as there's bone meal inside of here. If there's no bone meal, that light will turn off. So pretty simple little design. Let's go ahead and check out the next level here. It's just a little loft. Nothing fancy. Got a little bench though, or a little chair, I guess. And so you can sit down and relax. There is a music disc here, so you could maybe sit here and read if you wanted. We have a bookcase, right? And have some tunes playing, and just feel like this would be a cozy place. Read by the candlelight, and you got a cool little window here so you can see outside. I think it's pretty cool. Cozy is how I like to describe it. And then move on up to the third story here. This is by far my favorite floor. Right off the bat, we have like this table thing here with a planter and a barrel that kind of separates the staircase from the rest of the room. So it feels more enclosed here, which I really like. We have our first shulker shell. Got a little planter and nothing in the barrel. Banners, more decorations, a glockenspiel. So this whole second or third story here really doesn't have any functional use besides being museum items. Here we got the fall seasonal pick and the lawnmower. So those are like really old. I think lawnmower is probably 2 years old at this point. But it's a retired tool, so we can't use it anymore. It can't be repaired. And then up on here is a beautiful balcony. I absolutely love these balconies or these viewpoints we have throughout the island. It's kind of one of the main features of a lot of our builds is we create these cool overlooks. And then you can just see cool views like this, which I think, man, that looks nice. But yeah. And we have another balcony over here, if I can get out. And this one has a little telescope kind of pointing up at the sky, which I think is really neat. And you can see a really cool view of it in the beginning cinematic as we kind of like flew by here, which I think looked really nice. But yeah, you got some really cool views from this window too of the newer buildings that we're going to take a look at later on as well. Not this episode, but in future episodes. And then we have east and west facing windows up here so we can see the sun rise and the sun set respectively, kind of like we can see here. But yeah, so that's the tower. It's besides the glowberry farm, there's nothing really functional inside of it, but it's pretty cool. I like it. It adds a nice detail or has a lot of nice details, and it adds a nice touch to the island here. Like good, it's a nice thing to look at, right? When you're sitting here at our base. So yeah, that said, we're going to move on to our first little actual thing of substance this episode. We're going to give King here some better armor. Starting with his helmet, we're going to give him a new diamond one. I don't remember what he had before. I think it was a golden helmet. And this one's going to have projectile protection. We're going to give him a legendary diamond chestplate. So it's an upgrade over this prior diamond chestplate. And this one's going to have thorns and protection 4. We're going to give him King Arthur's chain trousers with blast protection on them. And the biggest perk here is 20% speed boost. And then we're going to try to give him a new pair of boots, even though I'm not sure if he'll pick these ones up. He already has a pair of legendary booties on, so that's why I'm not sure he'll pick them up yet. But the other ones, I think he will, but let's double check here. Cool. Okay, so he gave us his crappy helmet. Yeah, that was a huge upgrade. So like here, for example, has 7 health and 11 armor. Let's see. Oh, do you want it? No, do you not want it? No, he doesn't want the chest plate. No, he must not see it as better. He probably won't want these either then. Darn, because he's already got diamond chest plate, or he's already got diamond leggings on and a diamond chest plate. And same for the booties, I'm sure. Darn it, so he can't upgrade his gear. All right, change of plans. So I've gone ahead and I enchanted a gold helmet there. And we're going to try to claim another wolf with us. King, you're going to come with us, though, for this little adventure. If I remember correctly, I stored a bunch of wolves from our very first wolf pack way over here in like a valley. And when I stored them here, this whole area was all mushroom or mycelium and was undeveloped. So it's kind of cool now that there's grass here and there's buildings. And here's that little valley. It's really not far away from our base, but it seems, or like back in the day, it seemed really far. But yeah, these are all wolves from our original wolf pack. We're just going to bring one back with us, I think. Sounds like a good idea. Maybe you? And if I have you set, wait, that looked like the particles were on King. I hope that didn't just ruin everything. Let's see, can I give you armor? Okay. Cool, cool, okay. And we'll give you all of it then. Good, okay. And now let's see how good you are. Oh my goodness, he's fast. Oh, King, you have someone who's going to give you a run for their money. Look at this. Oh, he's speedy. King, he's at least twice as fast as you. I like this. Oh, man. Look how fast that guy is. So he's got that speed boost from King Arthur's trousers. Right? The speed boosts on our armors apply to the wolves too, which I did not expect, actually. So that's pretty cool. Where'd you guys go? He's so fast. Okay, the problem is, though, is look at his health. It's really low. How many stakes is it going to take to heal ya? Okay, so quite a few. The only problem, and it's gonna make him not nearly as good as King here, is I don't think he can regenerate. Okay, can you regen? No. And let's compare his stats to King's as well. I just picked a random wolf there. Probably doesn't really matter. So okay, right off the bat, he's got way faster moves. Whoa. King is different. You guys notice that? His stats are different than last episode. He's got worse attack and worse armor. And worse movement speed. And no mutation. What? Whoa, whoa. Am I doing that right? King, what happened to your mutations? What? What? Whoa, that's not right. We're going to try this again with another new wolf. So I'm going to put the bones to my offhand and approach. Again, the particles were on King again. So let's see if he has different stats than he just had. It doesn't look like it. Right? Yeah. Huh. Let me know what you guys think of what I just did. So we play vanilla-ish Minecraft, right? So we play with Datapacks. And Datapacks can sometimes be hacky and not work perfectly. So historically, I've always had to be on guard and be prepared to do debugging. And it's not the first time we've had problems where Datapacks don't work as intended, or we have a problem with them. So I've done fixing like this in the past before to make the world play the way it's supposed to, right? So I don't know why King lost his regeneration or his stats changed. I don't know why. Doesn't make any sense. So what I went through is I did an MBT editor and I just changed his stats back to what they should have been, right? And I just hope you guys are okay with that. I'm fine with it. Personally, I don't think it's cheating. It fits with the vanilla-ish playstyle where we're playing with Datapacks and they're a little hacky, like I said. So sometimes they maybe don't perform 100%. So I'm very comfortable with going in and making them work the way that they are intended to, if that makes sense, I guess. So King here is back to his former glory here. He's got his high attack, high speed, and his regeneration, which is awesome. But we do have this other wolf here who we have to give a name and probably a better color collared as well. So we're going to give him an orange collar and we're going to name you Growlithe. So welcome to the family, King and Growlithe. I hope you guys get along pretty well here. We got to feed you up, don't we, bud? So when we join a world, we only have 10 hearts, even though we have 26 hearts possible in our that we can have. So we're going to have just 10 here and we have to regenerate. And you see what that's kind of happening right now. I think the wolves have the same issue. So here we can see King is regenerating very slowly as we kind of look at his tail, right? There we go. Yeah, it's going up. But Growlithe is not. So we got to feed him. And it's unfortunate because that means that he's going to always have less health than he should because he won't regenerate. Versus King, he'll regenerate. So that means we should probably not use Growlithe as a defense dog because he'll never be at full strength. Where should we put you, Growlithe? We should probably just put you back here a little bit. Hide you inside our storage room maybe a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. That's a good spot for you. Get over here. Okay. Get you in your home, like all the way enclosed. We want 3 walls around you. So no illusioners can snipe you. There we go. Get you nice inside. So the wolves obviously suffer from the health bug, but so do we. And it kind of stinks because we chew through our food ridiculously fast. Every time we rejoin the world, we have to eat like 2 or 3 steaks to get back up to that 100% level. I recently learned though that if you feed a mushroom a blue orchid and then milk it with a bowl, you'll get a special... Oh no, does this not work? Oh, it's gotta be a brown mushroom. Okay, brown mushroom. We fed him an orchid. And then we milk him. And then I think we can just eat that straight up without having any hunger. And that gives us nothing. What did that give us? We're gonna try it again. This time we have some health gone and some hunger. So there's our mysterious stew. Or suspicious stew. Eat it. There we go. And yeah, now we're regenerating crazy amounts of health because that gives us saturation for like 3 seconds. And saturation, every saturation point heals directly 1 health point too. So it's basically like a 3-second instant regeneration potion. It's way better than the regen ones you can actually brew, which is hilarious, I think. So yeah, we're going to probably try to implement some way of easily stockpiling blue orchids, suspicious stew, and oh, that didn't work. Wait, did it? Okay, so fed him. Okay, there we go. Then we eat it. Okay, so we're gonna have some way of stockpiling and producing lots of blue orchids, feeding them really easily to brown mushrooms, collecting the suspicious stew, and then distributing it throughout the island so that every time we join the world, we can easily regenerate our health without chewing through our food supply very quickly. But that's probably a project we're going to do at a later point. It's just an idea I have. We could rebuild the snack machine. Do you guys remember that? That's a throwback. That's from like episode 3 or 4 or something. We used to have a snack machine where you would drop an item in the middle here or something like that, and it'd give you a normal mushroom stew, which I think was pretty neat. We could upgrade it so that it gives us suspicious stew. But speaking of upgrades, we have these bone blocks here. kind of scattered around, and I've been doing some thoughts. Yes, I've been doing some thoughts. No, I've been doing some thinking on this build here, and I think it's time we start renovating it. It's an old build, right? It's like really old now. It's one of the first builds in our world, and it kind of shows. It doesn't look that good compared to some of our newer builds like the tower that we did, at least in my opinion. And it's going to be a really big renovation. Probably something that we're going to start this episode and finish up over the next couple episodes. But the first big project that I wanted to do is move this staircase back to where this one is. So I did some planning a little bit before this episode, just so that I would know what to say and know what I kind of wanted to build. But I wanted to move this whole staircase back, right? So it used to end here. Now we're going to be moving it back about 7 blocks or so to this location. And also making it a steeper incline/decline, right? And that's going to give us a whole lot of room here to expand our storage room into. And it's not going to be a huge expansion for the actual storage of our items here. It's going to be more functional expansion in other ways. But we are going to make this a little bit larger. So we're going to move this one pillar to the left one, which means that we're going to be able to add a whole nother column of chests on both sides here, which is insane. But then also on top of that, we're also actually going to be lowering this whole floor one and adding in a whole nother row of chests. And just to make sure that that'll work, here we have 1 block lower and can still reach the top chest. So it should work decently well. We're gonna move this pillar over to here, and then we're gonna add a pillar here, which means that we're gonna have a 3 block wide gap here, which is where we're gonna put like barrels, basically move these to that location. And then we're gonna have a 7 block wide gap between this pillar and this one. And that's gonna be to create a tunnel into this general location that connects up to this location here. So that's going to be how in the future we move around our base and get to the 2nd level. And we're going to mirror that with another staircase here that leads up to this room, which is here. So it's basically going to be a mirrored staircase that goes up to this 2nd level, which I think will be really, really cool. Oh, you dropped some iron. Cool. So I got some of the staircase done and cleared out. So this is kind of what it's looking like. And we're going to have these pillars mirrored on this side here. 1, 2, 3. And we just got to lower this floor. And when we lower the other floor where the storage room is, we do have to be careful because remember, we have waterlogged half slabs here, which makes it so that at any moment, oh no, it's already full. We need some empty buckets. Say I needed some, oh man, this is a disaster. Get back in there. Say I needed a bucket of water and I didn't have one. Right, well, there's nowhere to fill up except for the floor. You just right click and pick it up. Ah, pretty cool, right? Here's the problem. If you try to dump it out, it's just going to create a water source. So what do? You come over here and you drop the bucket into the ground. And then it empties and you can pick it up over here. Just like that. So, yeah, so when we tear this floor out, though, we have to be a little bit careful of that water because we do have redstone underneath. But we can tear this down in the meantime without having to worry at all. Oh, just kidding. We have to worry about that. I guess this redstone probably doesn't matter because we're going to be moving. Oh, they're all half slabs. That's why I can't break them very fast. We're going to be moving all of this, these like item dispensers and stuff over to here. So I guess we have to do all the redstone again anyways, most likely. So I guess we can kind of just tear that out. But I have a full inventory, which is frustrating. Mojang, the #1 complaint I have with this game, by far, is inventory management. You know, I'm not super organized, but even so, it's not an inventory management game, right? So you can tear this down. So here's a custom berry bush using invisible item frames that we're gonna take down here. Right, so there's the item frames. Pretty cool though, but we're going to take all these decorations down. That's our first raid banner, I believe. And this is So 2, so I think So 1 died. We're going to take ya. You go on my shoulder? There we go. You're on my shoulder? Good. Okay, and we're going to bring you over here. Right here is fine. You sit? You... There. Okay. Parrots are one of the worst mobs in this game to corral, tell them where to go, because they don't listen very well. And just like that, we have a solid start on our renovations project. So let's take a look at what we have here. So right off the bat, the staircase is steeper and it's pushed back quite a lot. We've now introduced a whole new segment that we can build into. In this side, we're going to build barrels. Basically, those barrels right there, we're going to bring into this section. And that's going to be where we store food and rockets. And it's kind of like we have this fancy redstone device here to dispense items. And then we have these barrels, and these barrels are way better because, say I need rockets. I go to the rocket barrel and I just double click rockets, my rocket inventory slot, you know, and I instantly get more. Same for steak, right? And then they refill inside of the barrels because I have like a stockpile of them back here. So it's more convenient to just double click once than to have to come over here and figure out how many items I want and drop in the items like this and yada yada. And so I'll probably redo the item dispensing system, the fancy one, and really just expand this more simple one over to here. But we're going to do that in another episode. For today, we're going to be done. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have any suggestions for this renovation, I'd love to hear it. The goal is to make it bigger and better, but keep it relatively similar or the same to what it has been. So I know like some people who have really long-standing worlds, for example, like Etho, are a little bit more hesitant to touch older builds in their world, and I'm trying to not get into that habit because I think it's fun to renovate. I have a lot of... It kind of reminds me of like when I was younger and I'd like redo my room, like my bedroom, like remodel it, right? Move the bedroom around, reposition the dresser, whoops, yada yada. You know, and it's really satisfying to do at a young age, and it's pretty satisfying to redo things here now. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna be renovating this, and let me know what you think. The last little thing is the storage room here. We're gonna take this pillar, move it right there. We're gonna take these 2 rows of chests and plop them over to there, and then we're gonna add a 3rd row in the middle here of chests. So yeah. All right, you guys have a nice one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.